This video is going to double your dropshipping sales if you follow the advice that I'm about to teach you. I've been doing dropshipping now for 6-7 years, and I can guarantee you that the methods that's going to be taught in this video is something that you have never heard of before. I'm going to give you one strategy with Facebook ads and one strategy with TikTok ads. Then we're also going to talk about the one country dropshipping strategy I have, how to sell seasonal products, and much more than that. So if you're serious about this, make sure that you watch this video because it's absolutely going to change your life. And to be honest, double your sales is probably not. It's probably gonna 10x your sales. To begin with, I want to teach you some secrets inside of the Facebook Ads Manager that I really think could help you double your sales. Now, if you're doing Facebook, I recommend you to have a budget of at least $1,000 and to not look like a dropshipping store. Make sure that you use Gem Pages or Pagefly, which are custom page building apps to make your store look more clean. You can't just look like any other dropshipping store in 2023. That's simply not going to work. If you don't have these basics down, there's not even a point of following the rest of the strategy. You can't look like every other dropshipper because people can see that. So as you can see, we're now inside of my Facebook Ads Manager, which I pull up here on the side, but I want to show you a few strategies that definitely works. The first thing you want to do is to come into the ad set here where everything is going to seem very normal. If you are going worldwide, you need to exclude these countries. Facebook is always going to try to give you the worst traffic possible, so make sure that you exclude the bad countries you don't want to sell to and make sure that you're very clear with your targeting. But let me show you the magic button that changes everything. So when you come down to the targeting, you can see this button right here, the reach people beyond your detailed targeting selections. Not all ads manager have this, but if you have it, you want to make sure that you always keep it on when testing, but when you're in your scaling phase, which this video is a little bit more advanced, you want to split test this. If you have it on, turn it off, or if you have it off, turn it on. Just this small trick can double your profit margins. So many times I've had ad sets that do well, and I just click this small button here and the sales double overnight. The next thing we need to talk about is the interest selection. Let's just say that you are running a dog product and you want to go with the basic interest of dogs. For example, let's just put in dogs here, right? This is what everyone is targeting, and that's never going to work. But then you're wondering, Henrik, what should I target? And that's what I'm going to show you now. As you can see, all the suggested interest here are just really saturated. They're really basic. Of course, everyone is going to be on it. So we need to think outside the box. We don't want to compete. There's no hope. People have spent thousands of dollars, bro, and you think you're going to compete with them? That makes no sense. The first thing you can do is to find a country where nobody's selling in. But right now we're talking about audiences. I don't believe in winning products. I only believe in winning audiences. And just by a small audience, you can make hundreds of thousands of dollars. Who is likely to be interested in dogs? Well, maybe family. Maybe that's a better interest than just targeting what everyone is going for. Then we can hit the suggestion. Now that we put in family, we're probably going to get a more mixed one. Yeah, we're going to get married. People that's married could be pretty likely to have dogs, don't you think? And by doing this, we're tapping a little bit outside. Of course, people that's married or have a family are pretty likely to have a dog. And with Facebook's advanced system, they are going to optimize everything. So they're going to figure out who inside of this family interest has a dog. Obviously, they will never know for sure, but they can figure it out kind of like that. So I want you to go for big and broad interest, but I want you to stay away from the competitive ones. So you need to think who is interested in my product, but is not so saturated. So if you run a vacation product, for example, for swimming, maybe you can target an airline. That could be a good example. By doing this, you avoid most of the competition. Now, let me show you the second trick that's guaranteed to at least 2x your sales. So inside of my TikTok Ads Manager, and if we go to ad groups here, you can just tap into a random ad set. And what you're going to see here, if you scroll down a little bit, is this part. Select a specific time. Obviously, when you spend $100 a day and a lot of it is spending while they're, for example, asleep, your ideal customers, you're wasting a lot of money. So simply by making a few changes here, understanding when is your audience online, when are they likely to buy, you can very easily double your margins. And by the way, guys, if you're interested in learning from me personally, I have opened a couple of spots for my mentorship program. If you're interested in that, you can send me a message on Instagram right here. But let's talk a little bit more about this strategy. So let's just say that your audience is mainly on from 10 in the morning to 10 at night. So that's half of the day. We can now literally spend double the money in this time, because if it's 24 hours in the day and we cut half of it, instead of spending $50 on the first half and $50 on the remaining half, we spend $100 on the good hours. So you can start to understand when are the people online. You could literally be as specific as knowing they're online from 4 to 6, and that's where we're going to run it. Or you can make a very expensive campaign. So let's say that you know that as specific as from 2 to 4 p.m. your audience is extremely active, and you usually run run $200 a day. What if you just for those 2 hours run 500 a day? So once you know your exact hour, you can run insane amounts of money into that specific hour and then shut it off, and then do it over again the next day. It's going to be very safe because you know that they're on that time. The third way to make a lot of sales, this is not really on doubling your margin, but I want you to hear me out on this before we talk about one country dropshipping, is to sell seasonal products. So now that it's summer, we could sell swimwear, we could sell shoes for the summer, slippers, flip-flops, all of that. And that's going to make you a lot of money fast, but obviously it's not going to last super long, right? But I think that you might be in a position where if you could just make $4,000 or $5,000 profit now and have that as a budget to reinvest later on, that will be absolutely amazing for you. So what I recommend over the summer is to find some summer trends, and you can do this any season. It doesn't even have to be really about the part of the year. It can be just more trendy products as well. You can make a lot of money very fast. That's what I did back in 2020. When I ran a store, I did $200,000 in 1 month selling wooden sunglasses. I was sitting up every single night, super sad in my room, just desperately trying to find a winning product for dropshipping, and I wasted so much money. But finally that summer, everything changed for me, and my family told me that I was crazy for this. They told me that I should go back to school, get on government benefits, but I told them, guys, it's gonna work. Just give me a chance at this. And you're probably in this situation too, thinking that it's very hard, I'm not making sales, but just with one winning product, everything can change for you. Now, the fourth way and the best way to definitely boost your sales a lot is by doing one country dropshipping. This strategy is simple. You find a product that's doing well in the US and you bring it to, for example, Europe. This is how we avoid all competition. Of course, you can find untapped audiences, untapped interest, but when you find a product that's doing well in the US and bring it to Europe, you're the only person running it, so you get the whole pie instead of just getting a piece of it. And this is how I get the most insane results. So many products I've taken from the US and sold in Sweden. You can also capitalize. You can see what's something that's going on in the world right now and where can I run this product. And once you understand one country dropshipping, everything becomes cheaper. The ad costs are much cheaper, and you need to make sure that you translate your website and your video ad. You can use Ross formula, I just linked that in the description. It's not a paid promo, it's not a shout out, I just recommend it. On that website, you can get translated video ads, and then you want to have some guy of Fiverr or use ChatGPT, which is accurate, to translate your website to the country you're selling to. And as I said, you can trust ChatGPT on that, and then just start running products there. Why compete in the US when you can just have your own market and make the same amount of money? Then later on, you can tap into the US. That's gonna be it for today's video. I hope that you found it valuable and that you click a like on it and subscribe. I'm Henrik, and on this channel, I'm teaching you everything that I know about dropshipping, advertising, and how to make money online in general. So if you liked it, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.